Alright, fellow YouTubers, Caleb Craig Devil 212 here to bring you a review, this time on the Ultimate Shenron Dragon Ball GT figure. As you can see, this one's been through a few things. I've had it for like 5 or 6 years. I got it from Hudson's, which is a discount store, and it was missing a lot of stuff. It's supposed to come with a Goku figure. I do not have him, and I only have 5 of the Black Star Dragon Balls. As you can see here, it says Shenron Dragon, the first of the Dragon Ball GT Dragon ever. It says it's posable. Real feel the skin, I'll let y'all know how that feels. And it just says that exclusive figure, and there's nothing there. As you can see, it says Dragon Ball GT in the corner. It actually has a little bit of the Ultimate Shenron and the normal Shenron going through here in a kind of spiral way. As you can see here on the side, it actually had a picture of Ultimate Shenron and Earth Shenron, which was pretty cool. And on the back, it showed a lot of other figures. So you see the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Baby Vegeta, Super Saiyan Trunks, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Baby, Dr. Mew, I think I said it wrong, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and a lot of little figures that look like bobbleheads. And as you can see, it was a lot of stuff going on at this time with Dragon Ball Z. We were getting a lot of action figures. This is close to when Dragon Ball GT had came out in the US. It was really cool. And this is 2004. So this is back from 2004. So about 11 years ago, which flew by. Here's the window box effect, kind of as a window box effect on the front. So now let's look at the actual figure. And here are the Black Star Dragon Balls that are included. I am missing 2 and 7, but at least I do have the 4-star ball, but this isn't really the Earth ones, it's the Galaxy ones, which is really cool. But they are the same as the ones that you used to get, except for the balls are black. Not the balls, I mean the stars are black instead of orange. So it still is really cool. That's still a cool feature. I'm glad I got these. Now on to the actual figure. Okay, and here's Ultimate Shenron out of the box. Man, this is a very different and unique figure. I do like it, but as you can see, the head is gigantic compared to the rest of the body. I wish it would have been a little bit longer, and I wish they would have did a little bit more detail on the paint. Some of it looks like it was done by a marker, but it still looks really cool. I do like it. This is a great display piece, and now let's take a closer look at it. Okay, and here's the actual head sculpt. This looks very nice. I do think they did an awesome job on it. You see here, it actually looks like it has scales. I do love all the riffles they did around the nostrils and the nose. That looks nice. The eyes are really good too. I like how it's just blue because that's how it is in the cartoon. The thing is that the yellow on this figure actually should have been a little darker gold. That's how it was on the show, and they went with yellow. So that should have been a little bit darker. I do like the shading they did around the jaw. That does look very good. And these are really cool too. So they did an awesome job. The only thing is these should have been way longer. And I don't know if they could have came up with a way for them to stretch out. But at least how they did these is that they don't really sag or they don't wave around. They stay in place. So I thought that that was cool. So the head looks awesome. I'm glad they put a lot of detail into it, even though it's rather large compared to the rest of the body. As you can see, they actually have it where you can look into his mouth. And what they did was they sort of drew a tongue. The whole bottom of the inside is the same color as a tongue with a line going through the middle. They actually, you can see the full amount of teeth. So that does look cool, but the tongue is the same color as the roof of his mouth. But that still looks fine. Once again, I do like how they did the shading in there. That came out nicely. It's not called a mane, but this right here, this is good, and that looks nice. I just wish it would have been a bit of a darker yellow, because that's how it kind of was on like the actual show. From this angle, you can really see how big the head is compared to the body. This looks fine. It's okay that they use this very light pink. It might should have been a little darker too, but I wish they would have went in and did the black lines here. That would have came out looking very awesome if they would have did those black lines. As you can see here on the claws, there is a bit of bleeding. The pink is bleeding onto the red. So the figure was done a little sloppy. And you can see there's little breaks in the paint where you bend it, which I'll show you how the articulation works for it. But as you can see, they have the kind of pink nails here. It's bleeding. I do still like how they did the scales. So the scales around do look good. And this would look awesome if they would actually have black lines going for the in-between for the little ripples. And as you can see here, I do love that they actually did do the tail, but as you can see, once again, it looks like kind of a very bad paint job how it is on there. It doesn't really look like it's just the spikes. It looks like it's also, you know, around the corner there. Mike could have did a little bit of a better job there, but that's fine. And this right here is like It's the same. Like, could have been a bit darker. Looks a little sloppy, but still is pretty cool though. And just so you could get a little bit of a idea of how big he is, here he is compared to the movie series Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So you see, if you stretch him out, of course he's bigger, but this is like the furthest that I could stretch him out where he actually would still stand up. So as you can see the size difference, you see how big he is, kind of give you an idea of how big he is. Yeah. Now let's look at the articulation. Oh yeah, almost forgot. This right here is like this all feels the same. Like this feels like kind of a rubbery like type plastic. It feels like rubber. You see how I bend it and all that is completely like I've never had a figure like this before. It does feel really cool, but I do see how they went for the real skin. What it really feels like is rubber if rubber had all these patterns for the scales of the figure in there. As you can see here, all of this feels like the rubber except for this jaw. This jaw doesn't feel like that, and this still feels like rubber. You see there? Yeah, that's rubber too. So this whole bottom jaw is hard, and that's made out of a different material. And so are the hands. They're kind of made out of a different material. And this right here that goes all the way around his horns, these feel like PVC, like Mobile Suit in Action Gundam figure. That's what this feels like. So this is actually hard, and the rest of this feels like rubber. Okay, so the mouth here can't really move. Like you can bend it, so it looks like he's talking. I will grant you your wish, and then your planet will explode. But as you can see though, let me stop. But as you can see, these are pretty cool. Like I said earlier, I do like how these stay in place. That's pretty cool. And also, like, this can be bent. So I have him like so he can stand, but you can bend him so the head can go further down or further up. The few things that could be a problem is this. If I go to bend him, that'll come out. So that's weird. That's kind of where it connects, but I can squish it back in there to stay in. So weird feature. I don't really like that, and it's always loose like that. It looked like I broke it, didn't it? But anyway, the articulation is that only these can move around. So all four of these are able to move a little bit and put them however you want it, and that's pretty much it. You can't twist the head. You can't really do anything except bend it and then hope it stands up. Because see how when I bent it, you pretty much, the head weighs more than it, so it'll tilt forward. So basically I have to bend it so that it'll stay up. So it's a very cool figure. It's a very cool display piece, but as big as they made the head weighs more than the rest of the body, and it's heavier because this is hard plastic, like made of PVC pipes. So very cool figure. I do like how they did it, but you have to lean it back, so you can't get a lot of posing out of it. The cool thing to me, I think I would do, is I actually would stretch him out, because you can't stretch him out, and I would have him on a string so it looks like he's flying. That's what I would do, because that's what I think would look cool. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed my review on the Ultimate Shenron Dragon Ball GT action figure. It's pretty cool. I'm glad I got it. I've never seen one of these. I wish I would have got the green one too, and the one from Namek. I wish I could have all three of them, because they would be a great display piece. But I'm glad I got it that long ago. I think I got it and I put it up. For some reason, I was like, okay, I'll just hold on to this. I think I got it for like $2 or $3. So it was a very good deal on it, especially since it was like missing stuff. But I just loved how it looked in the display possibilities that I could get out of it. So it's really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. This has been Caleb Craig, Deadpool Toys 2. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Leaving so soon? All right. Have a good day.